Got more changes coming up as well. The Georgians supplementing their effort behind. As Kvirikashvili takes his time going towards the posts. Not successful this time though.
Tell you what, it must have been close.
Looked to have struck it pretty well,
Yeah,
didn't he?
it did, and the referee actually was searching, waiting for one of the touch judges to put his arm up, and he didn't.
Still no ball.
Here it is.
Bezeki Kamashiridze, we saw coming onto the field as a replacement onto the right wing for Georgia as they attack again. Good head of steam getting up there.
Still going.
Excellent. Good stuff. Kamashiridze probing again, bringing in Shvelidze. Another mobile man in the front row, normally a hooker, playing now at prop. Didibelutse. This is good. It's working. Charging run again. Kvirikashvili. Couldn't hang on to the ball though.
Well, you just sort of feel it, that it's going to take its toll as this 40 minutes goes on. The impact of these players. They're just trying to impose themselves on Namibia.
So the Namibians just having a quick check to see what's on here for their jumpers. Over the top, straight to Georgia. Loose ball. Referee has to bring them back. And Kvirikashvili, the prop, again looked to get things going for them. Knocked forward. Again, sloppy ball at the line out there.
Well, it was overthrown. Mr. Hazen, I think it was clearly up in the air.
And that blood will not stop for Van Tunda for the moment. Georgian pack again looking to put pressure. But the Yankees, the replacement scrum half, can get the ball away. No great distance once more on the kick, so the pressure is here again then for Schroeder and his men.
So obviously treating bleeding noses differently than they used to, Bob. I remember they used to stick cotton wool up your nose, and then it couldn't bleed. It wasn't very comfortable. It was hard to breathe, but you could play on.
Yes. So it's an attacking ball into the lineup. Jorgadze, scorer of the game's try, putting in towards the back, and is Labadze, the 6'5" flanker who gets them going again. Urushadze wearing 7. Jorgadze, the hooker, ball's in his hands once more. Loves this position.
Now they're going.
Still going strong.
Yeah. Good foundation, isn't it?
Kvirikashvili is in there too.
Well, getting isolated there. Good work, Namibia.
It's turned into a ruck ball on the ground. They decide, though, to pick up and go for it again. Georgia. Yeah, Kamashiridze telling his men exactly where he wants them to go. Big physical effort. And again, we see the younger Jorgadze brother wearing 12 in the middle of it all. Older brother joins in as well. Very much a family affair, these things.
Well, they're just continuing the same old story, but being driven back this time by Namibia.
The pressure is intense. Knocked forward in the end, says Steve Walsh. Not pretty, but effective. It's fascinating to see the three-quarter joining in, isn't it? The younger Jorgadze, he's determined to get involved there.
Well, I guess they realise at 13-0, if they can score now and kick the goal, that's 20, and it's all over. Really, the game would be all over for Namibia. They haven't even looked like scoring. I think they have one penalty. That's about it.
Yeah. So we have another very experienced player, Senyani, coming onto the field in place of Rashadze. Oh, painful. Right in the lower rib. Is there any way back in this game for Namibia?
Well, I've just been thinking about that, actually. I mean, they've only been inside their 22 once. They did get a penalty, which they missed. Yeah. And we haven't seen them really fire a shot. I don't know if there is any way back. I mean, the only thing to do in these situations is go back to the basics, to the area that you're good at. Yeah. And that's what they did after half-time. So obviously the coach knew what was going on.
So it's another painful blow for a prop in Janne du Toit. John Redling Hayes ready to come onto the field. There's another replacement in the front row. Janne du Toit has only been on a few minutes. Big scrum for Namibia. They have the put in. Yankees gets it in. Shoved away for his pains by his opposing number, Abusaridze. He gets the last laugh of the moment. He's organising things and surely will get the ball clear. But it drifts in field. Just two men involved here. So Abusaridze goes onto the switch. Again, good driving run. Canelli and the fullback Urikashvili involved in this, so no great numbers on this side. Abusaridze, big, strong, powerful winger.
Giagatzi
getting involved with everything.
Yeah.
Again, Cacciavaro this time. The centre's getting involved in it, or the fullback's gone in there too. Urikashvili. Urikashvili. It's like that game in the playground, isn't it, when all the kids rush after the ball. Odesiani. And again, there's so much possession here, so many opportunities for Georgia. Abusaridze spends his whole time organising things. Gets the 1-2. He's there once more as well, the scrum half. Does well. Now then, can Georgia release this ball away? Shivalitse goes into play, scrum half. The 6'5" winger, Abusaridze, can't make that much progress this time. But it's here once more for them. How long can Namibia stand all this pressure? Shivalitse. They're determined to do it in a number of small steps, aren't they?
Well, the key is that they're holding the ball and they're just continuing to attack. Namibia just can't get their hands on it. And the longer they do that, the more chance they've got of scoring again, which is what they're looking for now.
Abusaridze almost lost his shirt in the middle of it all, going in there.
Yeah, here's a chance for Namibia now. Just driving back. Nope.
Nope, still there for Georgia. Men on the far side of the field would love to have a piece of this action. But for the moment, at least it's staying down here.
Well, it's just grind away. It's not pretty, as you said before, but it's pretty effective, really. It's pretty effectively shutting out Namibia from the match.
I know what you're doing. Leave it. Stop.
Well, we haven't seen them move it. Georgia, we thought they would. We thought this was the day they'd do it. But I guess what they've done is they've consolidated where their strength is, which is their forward power. And they've just made sure that they take out the opposition, shut out their options, and and just keep hold of the ball. Grind out a victory, because that's what it is. It's a good old grind.
Yankees off again, because at last they've managed to stem the leading of Yuri Van Tunda.
This is like it was in the Valleys in the 60s, isn't it? They didn't move the ball so much in those days. Heavy tracks, mud everywhere.
I think they moved it marginally more than this.
Well, of course, in the 70s they did.
Desiani has taken a position at number 8. Sabitzeridze into touch, though. Malcolm Changling from Scotland, spotting on this side that he'd gone out to the field of play.
But it's liberation of your style, I think, that's needed today for teams like Georgia that have got the means to be a good side. But really, there's got to be method behind the madness.
More substitutions. Samkaradze, the man who plays his rugby with Farrell Constanta in Romania, seems shortly wearing 20. There he is, joining, in fact, 4 players from Namibia who will also be joining the club next season. So a chance to have a close-up at some of his new teammates. That's a nice rolling ball.
Well, it's the second effort we've seen from Namibia during this second half. And what are we, 15 minutes into it?
They have to release it back to Schroeder to get that big boot of his operating again.
But that wasn't all bad, actually. I think they did that quite well because they had to get out of their 22.
All stemming from the catch by the 6'9" man, Nico Esterhuizen.
And he took it well, and they started the drive. It got twisted here in the end, and so they cleared, and now what are they, inside Namibian territory. And I guess we'll see him compete for the ball, Esterhuizen. He's so big that he might as well.
Shibaladze taking up the position of hooker again. Terrible throw. Schroeder this time opens things up. There's a little gap here. They couldn't get it out wide. I don't know whether Ryan Witbois actually touched the ball in this game, the right winger. Georgia can't do much better either, knocking the ball forward. Happens when you do silly things like trying to run the ball, doesn't it?
Well, I heard the crowd. I heard a little bit of life from the crowd a few minutes ago, and all of a sudden Namibia was spinning it. That's what they want. They've had enough of the grind. But Mr. President hasn't. He's got a nice little smile on his face because he's looking at the scoreboard. He knows he's 13 up, although that's not over yet because they haven't scored that try that I think is all important. That one that would take them up to 18 or 20 points ahead. So absolute domination in territory I see. Namibia 76% territory, 75% possession.
Penalised though. So Georgia can get themselves back deep into opposing territory once again. The kick will set up the line-out, which I'm sure will set up another rolling ball. Well, indeed. This is ambition. Kavirikashvili has decided that he can kick goals from 52, 53 metres.
Well, he had a go, I think. He had a go in an earlier game too. I'm just trying to recall the first time I saw them. But maybe their coaches said at half-time, listen, we're 13 points up. We have to be the team that scores first. I don't care how you do it, just score. That's sort of what he said because they've been grinding away. They haven't managed it. Now they get their first opportunity from a kick, but you'd have to say it'll be an excellent kick if he kicks it.
It'll be quite something. No great run-up. Hoping that his rhythm and timing will take this ball between the posts. That is well short.
Is that short of a length? Is that what you'd call it? Good clearance, but I guess not a lot to lose.
So we're coming up towards the hour mark as Melrick Africa joins in the action. We'll see now how Namibia reorganise things with more